Hello, hello. It's Cartoon Mark, live TV. We're in the backyard talking about caricatures. Keelan Parham's book. Go get it. I really like it. The topic of today's video is caricature artist problems. The Heckler. All right, the Heckler is someone you're gonna come across. All right, and I would say if you're a live caricature artist drawing at events or a retail environment, you've come across them. And this goes out to like newer people who are interested in caricatures. And the Heckler is somebody you're going to come across. And I'll tell you a few of my heckling stories. All right. So, and I'm going to talk to you about why they're doing it and how to handle them, because you will get heckled one way or another. So it goes like this. You're at an event, you're drawing caricatures, whatever it is. The guys at the fair are fine. I mean, the pro retail guys, they handle this very easily. Basically, you ignore the hecklers. It's kind of it. Or you give them a look. I've seen my buddy Jeff give a look. And that was enough. You don't want to mess with Jeff. I was scared of Jeff the first time I met him, if he ever sees this. But he's actually a really cool guy. Awesome. He taught me a lot. So, there's a section in this book on hecklers, and I'm not going to give it all away, but you should go buy the book if you want to see it. And it's entitled The Heckler. Yes, and there's more underneath, which I'm not going to give away. Go buy the book. But the Heckler is going to say something like this. As you're drawing, you're very intensely focused on the face in front of you, and you're going to have people behind you judging your work and laughing and having fun. He's going to say, she doesn't have a mustache. Oh my gosh, wait till you see what he did to you. Gave you 2 chins, something like that. Or you gave him 3 eyes. Or, oh my God, he didn't give you any hair. Like me, you know, I don't have much more hair to go around, but I don't care. I love when caricature artists let me have it. I'm all in. Do what you want. Exaggerate. So what the Heckler is doing is actually being rude. They're trying, whether they know it or not. They're very distracting, and it's tough for me to get easily distracted. And I just want you to know that this is what you're gonna come across. And they're not being funny. This is what Keelan says, and they think they're being funny, and they just want a response. You know, they're coming across this random guy with an easel at a party or an event or a fair or whatever, and they see him gathering a crowd, making some money, and drawing people and making people laugh. Well, he kind of subconsciously is a little upset with this, or wants to be part of the show somehow. And in turn, the best response is no response. I don't even pay attention to him. I may crack a smile, you know, like that, but I'm very focused. Lately, I've learned to tune everything out, and this was a hard thing for me to do, to tune everything out as a caricature artist. And so I don't give a response. I don't play into it. I just give a chuckle. But if it becomes unbearable, there's a couple things you could do. I've never had to do this, but I'm an event artist. I do retail once in a great while, though I want to get into retail in my later years in the Florida area. Hint, hint. I'm on the 7-8 year countdown until retirement. Hint, hint. That's going to be my full-time job when I come down there, Florida. We're in upstate New York here, where we can finally get outside. It's beautiful. So, what was I saying? I'm an event artist, and if you have to, you go get the event host, and you say, hey, look it, you're paying me a large amount of money to be here. This guy is distracting. He's taken away from the fun, and he's preventing me from doing my job. Could you please handle it? And that would probably work. The other thing you can do is you can draw a little caricature of him and then show it to everybody, and everybody will laugh, like an unflattering caricature of him. The worst story I can give you that happened to me, I wasn't really being heckled. I've told this story before. This was at a music, like a concert, local concert, but it's in a church. They bought a church and converted it to a concert hall, a wedding venue, anything type of venue. So there was 3 bands playing, and I was booked for the whole night, like 4 or 5 hours to just, he paid me my rate, flat rate, and I said, yep, I'll be there. And so the caricatures were free for everybody else, for anybody who wanted them. And they had me, they had a few other vendors and food and stuff like that. But I was a unique thing to have. So I was drawing about 3.5 hours straight, and my line died down. So I decided to go hit the bathroom quick. And I did. And now the drinks are flowing, people are drinking, and I come back from the bathroom, and I got like 2 or 3 frat boys, jock types, drunks, one sitting in my chair and 2 guys sitting in the guest chair. And the guy is drawing them, but he's not drawing them on my paper. He's drawing on my pad. We use a foam pad for the paper to lay on. It gives a nice springboard to your marker. He's drawing on my pad. I'm like, what the hell? That's gonna ruin everything, because now I gotta wipe this marker off. I'm like, things are going through my head. I'm like, how am I gonna confront this guy? I said, I kind of blew up. I was like, excuse me, can I help you? You're in my seat. Oh yeah, I'm just drawing, I'll be a minute. I'm like, no. This guy had no clue. He must not have seen me. They just walked in off the street. He goes, yeah. He honestly thought that the easel was placed there for the guests to have fun and draw their friends. That's what he thought. Never had that happen. I had to explain to him, look, I'm the caricature artist. He didn't even know what that word meant. I said, I'm the cartoonist. I'm the artist they hired to draw all the guests. I walked away for 2 seconds, and you took my seat. I said, you got to get up. You got to leave, and you just ruined my phone pad. Oh, sorry. To this day, that freaking stupid face is still on my foam pad. But you know what? It's actually kind of cool. It kind of looks like Butthead. And I wiped it off, and I erased it. What I did was I erased it as best I could with my kneaded eraser. So you're going to get heckled. You're going to have weird crap happen to you out there. You're going to be judged. You're going to be looked at. And got to be ready for it. So the Heckler. In closing, yes, go get Keelan Parham's book. Keelan Parham. And he has a whole section on the Heckler. You'll want to read it. In closing, hecklers usually won't say anything bad about your picture. They're kind of impressed, but they keep that part of it in, but they make themselves the center of attention. It's an attention-getting thing. And in a way, it's a weird compliment to get heckled. And hey, you must be doing something right, because you got a crowd watching you, and you created this atmosphere. I mean, this is just a great ride I'm having with being a caricature artist. I'm just thankful. I thank everybody who's taught me. My buddy Jeff, Tom Richmond, Keelan, Max. There's a lot of them on Instagram. Jeff and Jared. Ash Tunes, he's on there too. And Lo, great artists. If Lo or anybody ever sees this, Jeff said something about Lo. He goes, I'd hire Lo every time. I'd hire Lo for every fair. She draws cute, happy, awesome, cute pictures. So that's why my ears went up. I'm like, oh, because I was trying to be a little more exaggerated than I was capable of, and my drawings were just looking weird. So thanks to that conversation I had with Jeff about Low, I tend to go more towards the cuter style. I want to make the sale. I want to please the person. Yes, I'm definitely exaggerating more, but I'm not. As Tom Richmond says, when you go exaggerating, making things look like silly monsters, that becomes something else. And yes, Tom did say that in one of his workshops, and I totally agree. There's a time and a place for that, but and if you're doing it for an Instagram post, you know, yay, happy for you. I can't. I'm not that type of artist. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, it's the extreme caricatures. I'm not built like that, and I don't want to do that. I want to do cartoony, funny, cute, cartoony, little zany, exaggerated caricatures that the average person would like, put on their wall, buy, and purchase. Because, yeah, that's what it's about. I hope you enjoyed the video. This was Caricature Artist Problems, the Hecklers. The Heckler edition. Drop some comments in. Love to hear them, especially about any heckling situations you may have, or if you're interested in caricature. Definitely, there's a few people who reached out to me on here, and I want you guys to just keep trying. You're gonna start to see an improvement in your work. I mean, every day. If you put a half an hour in, you'll be better than if you didn't draw at all. If you put 2 hours in, I do about an hour to 2 hours, and then like 4 to 5 on the weekends. Just because my work days during the week with the day job are just relentless. So that's how what you put in is what you're gonna get out of it. So hope you liked it. This is a good book. I'm not sponsoring anybody, but this book's worked for me. I'm not giving away any trade secrets, as they say. You go out, get Tom Richmond's book, Len Redmond's book, Manny Avetizian's book. Do your research. This is a ride that I never thought I'd be on, and I'm really liking it. And I just don't do caricature. I do single panel gag cartoons as well. That's kind of what I'm into lately. All right. Caricature Artist Problems, the Heckler edition. Thank you very much. Like and subscribe.